about the YouTube channel. Myself Rahul Krishnan. Today we are going to start a new series to understand and to learn more about Postgres. We are going to do it as a series of videos. Like we'll be covering how to do the installation and to get some basic understanding about what is Postgres and what are the different commands that we can use with Postgres, and what is the difference between pgAdmin and how we can use the PostgreSQL shell. All these things we are going to cover in this series of videos, so you will be getting a clear understanding about the Postgres, and all the advanced features also we are going to cover as part of this playlist. Okay, so those who are interested to learn more about the Postgres, please do subscribe to the channel, and please be ready to follow the things that we are covering in the playlist. Okay, so let us understand what is Postgres. Okay, so I have already opened the documentation, and if you want to get it, what you can do is just open Google and search for Postgres. Okay, PostgreSQL you can search. Then this is the first site you can see. Okay, just go here. Okay, and if you want to download the Postgres, what you can do is directly you can go to download, and if you want to learn more about Postgres, just go to new to PostgreSQL. Okay, then it will open up this page, and here it is clearly explaining what is Postgres and what is its use and the basic importance of Postgres when compared to other databases, right? So PostgreSQL is we can name it either like a PostgreSQL, or usually we'll name it like Postgres. Okay, so it's like a powerful open source object relational database system. Okay, so this is very important. Like this is a open source and it's a object relational databases system. Okay, and the main important thing of PostgreSQL is like it is built on top of the flavor of SQL. Okay, so the base is SQL only. On top of that, it is enhancing few more features, and it is supporting the other programming languages to get better result of the relational database management. Okay, SQL language combined with many features that safely store and scale the most complicated data workload. As you all know, like the current systems are working with a huge data. So how we can work with those data? Right, we need to manipulate that data, we need to store it somewhere, and we need to modify that data. So as the system as well as the data is increasing day by day, we should have a powerful database or a backend system to manipulate and to work on that data, right? So there we can use with the Postgres. If it is a small workload, or if it's a complicated workload also, we can implement a Postgres. The origin of Postgres data back to 1986 as part of Postgres project at the University of California. As I mentioned, it's an open source project, right? And has more than 35 years of active development on the core platform. And another big benefit with Postgres is like there is an active community. So if you get stuck somewhere, you can directly go to the community and you can seek the help from the community as well, right? And PostgreSQL has earned a strong reputation or its proven architecture, reliability, data integrity, robust feature set, extensibility, and the dedication of the open source community behind the software to consistently deliver. Okay, so here also you can see like it is updating the versions based with new features, and it is trying to more stick to the underlying SQL system with more enhanced features of a Postgres, right? And another important thing that I have seen with Postgres is like it is supporting many different data types. So all these things we will be covering in the coming videos. So especially if we want to work something on the geospatial systems and all, right, GIS and all, this Postgres is really helpful to store our data. And it is no surprise that PostgreSQL has become the open source relational database of choice for many people and organizations, right? So we are not going to deep dive all these things. I will be providing this link in the description. You can go here and you'll be getting a basic details about PostgreSQL in this documentation. Okay, you can see what are the different data types. Everything is here. As I mentioned, like it support different data types, and few of things are here, and even there is a provision for creating your own customizable data types as well. Okay, and different constraints you can see, and different key sets like primary key, foreign key, exclusion constraints, different logs. Okay, then concurrency performs, like how it is going to work. All these details you can see here in this documentation, and related to disaster recovery. Okay, all the basic things are here. Okay, and mm, yeah, that's it about the basic introduction. So I will do one thing. We'll go through the installation part of a PostgreSQL, and we'll see how you can download and how you can install the related tool sets of a Postgres, right? So I opened this page. Even I showed here like how you can go to this page, click on this download. And another benefit of Postgres is like it support almost all the operating system. Okay, so here you can see the downloads are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, BSD, Solaris. Okay, almost all the operating systems it's support. So as I'm using Windows, I'm going with the Windows. Okay, and here it is showing the different versions and which version that you want to download, and the different bits. Few of the bits are already available mentioning here. So what I'm going to do is, for downloading, just click on the download the installer. Okay, then here it will open up the latest version of PostgreSQL, and what is the OS version, like whether it's a Linux or Mac OS or whether it's a Windows. So as I'm using Windows x86 and 64, I'm going with this particular download. I just clicking on this. So I would suggest always to go with the latest version. Okay, so if just consider, if you want to go for a previous version based on your requirement, you can go with any of the versions. Okay, so just now I clicked on the latest version, and it has started to download. It will take some time, and it is around 331 MB. Okay, so let it download. So along with this installation, we'll get a different tool sets, like pgAdmin will get, and shell will get, Postgres shell will get, and the server will get for the installation. Okay, so I will show you like how you can do this installation and how we can start with the Postgres journey. Right. So let it complete. Okay, and another important thing about Postgres is like here you can see from this documentation, like Postgres tries to conform with the SQL standards, but such conformance does not contradict traditional features or could lead to poor architectural decisions. Okay, many of the features required by SQL standards are supported, like almost 90%, like whatever the SQL is supporting, right? This Postgres is also supporting, but some enhanced features are available with the PostgreSQL for working with the latest technologies, and to with the latest set of data, for example the GIS data. So how we can store, or if there is a documentation, maybe a JSON file, how we can store it in the database. So all these things are supported by Postgres, right? Okay, so the download is almost completed, so let it complete. So the download is completed. Let me go here. Okay, here you can see the Postgres is there. So let me open up this exe. It will take some time for the installation. So I have already opened up the exe. Just click on next, and just select where you want to install this Postgres. I'm clicking on next, so it will, by default it will install in C program files. Okay, then which are the tool sets or the components that you want to install? Okay, so here you can see, as part of this exe, you will get Postgres SQL Server, you will get pgAdmin. So this is a UI for accessing this Postgres, and the stack builder you will get, and along with that you will be getting a command line tool. So this is what I was mentioning, the shell for interacting with the Postgres. Okay, so I'm going to select all these, and let's install all these tools. Okay, click on next, and this is the super admin password that you need to enter. So whatever the password that you're going to enter, please keep that in mind, because once you set a password, you cannot you cannot reset it. Okay, so whatever the password that you're going to enter, please keep that in mind. Okay, and the username for this super user is Postgres, and the password alone we need to set. Okay, so I'm going to set a password. Okay, then once you set that, click on next. And what is the port? This is the default port of a Postgres 5432. Click on next. Okay, and select the locale to be used by the new database cluster, like where you want to set up this database cluster. So here I'm setting it like a default locale only. Okay, then click on next. Then click on next. Okay, then click on next. So it will start with the installation process of all the 4 components that we have selected, and it will take some time. So let me pause the video for some time. Okay, so the installation is completed. So now let me go to my Windows and see the installed Postgres components. So let me scroll down, and here we go. Here we can see Postgres 17 and the different components that is installed, and along with that we can see different documentations as well: PostgreSQL documentation, release notes, pgAdmin documentation. So this will help you to understand more about PostgreSQL. Okay, then installation nodes is also available for the Postgres. So now what I'm going to do is, let me go for pgAdmin and let me open the shell as well. Okay, now I have opened pgAdmin and let me open SQL shell as well. Okay, let me check whether any other components are available here. Okay, release nodes and some pgAdmin and application stack builder is also available. Okay, so that's it. We have opened the SQL shell and we have opened the pgAdmin. So let it open. So meanwhile, what I'm going to do is let me go to this SQL shell, and what will be the server name? As I'm going to use the server as my local, it will go with the localhost. So let me click on enter. What is the database? Let it be Postgres. Okay, then what is the port? 5432. This is the port that we have selected during the installation process. Click on enter. What is the username? It should be Postgres. Okay, then once it is done, it is asking for the super admin password. So this is the password that I have set during the installation process. Okay, so let me give the password. Okay, so that's it. So now we can see it has made a connection successfully to the Postgres.
So in Postgres, like apart from the default SQL commands, like Postgres itself is having few of the commands to work with the database. I will show you few of them. We'll go through that in detail in the coming videos. Okay, so let me maximize this. So here you can see the connection is already established with the database, and we have used localhost and all. And just consider, if I want to list all the databases, what I can do is I can just give slash and l. Then it will print out all the databases that are available in the machine. Okay, so here you can see PostgreSQL is the one that we have created. And what I'm going to do is just consider, if I want to make a connection to Postgres this particular database, I can just directly use /c Postgres. Okay, so here you can see you are now connected to database Postgres as a user Postgres. Okay, then just consider, if you want to see the details, like where I have connected, just type like /connection info. Then it is showing like you are connected to database Postgres as user Postgres on host, localhost, and address as at port 5432. Okay, so all these details is coming up here. I don't think there is a table created under Postgres, so even if we Yeah, so even if I try to print the data tables, I cannot find any table in this particular database, right? So I will show you more about all these tables in the coming videos. So this is just a basic video to just give an insight on what is SQL shell and how you can make a connection to database and to work with the SQL shell, right? So let's go to Postgres. And similar to Postgres, SQL like a pgAdmin is having a GUI. That is the main difference. This is a user interface to connect with our Postgres database. So it will provide us a detailed interface for making connection and to do different actions instead of going for a SQL shell. Okay, SQL shell too. So let me. Yeah, so if I click on server itself, it is asking for the password. So this is a super admin password. Let me give the password. Okay, I just click on OK, and here you can see it has successfully connected to the server. And these are the different databases, Postgres. Even in the shell also we have seen this is the database, right? These are the default databases that are showing. Okay, and these are the different properties under this database. And let me go to schema. Under the schema, these are the different components of a schema. And let me open table. Yeah, there are no tables created under this Postgres. That's why we are not able to see any tables here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me try to create a table, very simple table. Okay, I'm just going to name it like order board. Okay, honor is a Postgres schema public. I will tell you what is the importance of this honor and all in the coming video and what is the schema. Those for those who are not aware like what is this schema and all. And the table space, I'm keeping it like a PG default and partition table. Okay, comments. And what are the columns? Let me add one or two columns. Sorry, name. And the data type I'm keeping it like a char. Okay, and that's it. Maybe I will add one more thing. Employee ID, and this is of type integer. Okay, I'm going to keep it as a primary key and not null. I will show, I will give more details about what is this not null, primary key, and all in a database concept. Okay, let me click on save. Okay, so if I need to work more with this table, right? Same like cloud, I can open up a query window here also, and if I expand this, I can see the columns that I have created. And just consider if I want to open up a query tool. Here you can see it has opened up the query tool. Select start from order board, right? And if I click on this, there are only any data. So these are the two columns that I have created, and there are no data available here. Right. So these things I will show more about how you can insert data or how you can import export data. All these things we will be covering in the coming videos, right? And we'll go through all the features in pgAdmin in detail in the coming videos, right? And let me execute the same command here /dt. Okay, so here you can see there is a new table created order board. Okay, so the table I created in pgAdmin, but I'm able to view the table in the SQL shell as well, right? So this is how you can interactively work between SQL shell and pgAdmin based on your convenience. Okay, so I believe you got a clear understanding about the basics of Postgres and how you can do the installation setup of the different components of Postgres. And I just showed you like how you can make a connection to the database from SQL shell as well as from the pgAdmin, right? So in the coming videos, we'll go through all these components in detail with more number of demos. So please stay tuned, and if there is any confusions related to today's videos, please put it in the comment section. Okay, so that's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.